Kinder Joy. So if you see Kinder Joy, all the toys in the Kinder Joy, which kids love across the globe, that is designed by Suhasini Paul. It's a great moment to really learn from her. And she's the first toy design in the country. And she has also worked extensively on rubber wooden toys. And she has services. She as a toy designer, and her services as a toy designer are sought after by toy companies not only in India, China, Thailand, Italy, UK, USA, and Germany. She has been a young creative entrepreneur award finalist organized by British Council. She has also an award from our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2005. And she has been featured in NDTV, and she has also a show and a number of and more than all, she also does some workshops for kids to create toys in the virtual workshops. That is very interesting. And let's not wait more. And let's again hear directly from Suhasini Pal. Hi, Suhasini Pal ji. Thank you so much for your time today. And especially when you hear about toy, right? It's a different topic. Everyone, when you talk about toy, they always think about teddy bears. They always soft toys and everything. But there are already many electrical, mechanical, and also IoT designed soft toys too. So it is really wonderful to hear this particular designation, a toy designer. So tell us more about what is this toy design, and how did you come into this industry?
Definitely. First of all, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction and your kind words. I'm really humbled. And again, I would say I would be very happy to be here to interact with you all. And definitely, toy design itself is a very interesting profession. Whenever somebody hears that I'm a toy designer, the first question they ask me is, "Oh, then you design soft toys? Oh, you design teddy bears?" So my answer is no, I haven't designed teddy bear yet, but I design more than what it takes to be. Like, I've designed educational games, board games, educational puzzles, wooden toys, and a lot of playtime activities apart from IoT toys. And there are a lot of things which goes into a toy development. It's not only that okay, I'm thinking something and I'm making it. So toy design is basically a very niche profession in India, and at a very nascent stage in India. Globally there are many toy designers, but in India it's just like only one institute is offering this, and there are very few toy designers in India. So toy design is all about actually kids and how do you make their playtime wonderful. So it's our job to make them play, make their time wonderful, engage them in some activities, and make them learn something while playing. So that is how a toy designer's role is. Yeah.
I think designing a tie is not so easy. If I were to think about it, you need to learn a lot of psychology of the kids, isn't it, Suhasini?
Yes, absolutely. You are absolutely correct. Because while we design toys or any other products, it should be user centric. So when we design a toy or a children product for child or a kid, so we need to understand what is the that thing that children like, what is the age group that we are designing for. At that age group, what children would love to do most, and what should they learn, and what other things they should acquire at this stage in terms of skills, in terms of knowledge. So all those things we keep in mind while designing a particular toy. Not only safety parameter, not only ergonomic issues, but what a child would learn out of it. After all, parents are looking forward to the toys which makes their children learn something out of the toy while playing with it. So that is the major factor.
Absolutely, Suhasini, because in US, every kid starts with a toy, right? The learning
Yes.
happens with the toy.
Yeah.
If I were to think about my daughter, almost I would say 3 to 4 years, kids are surrounded with toys, right? And
Yes.
YouTube. These are the only two things I can think of how kids are really learning. So tell me about your story. Why did you come into toy design? there should be some story, right, which fascinated you and which made you to be a toy designer today.
Yes, you are correct. There is a story that I would love to share with you all today. So, the story is when I was a child, let's say about 10 years old or 9 years old, approximately. So, I used to design my own toys, and the first toy which I have designed is a carom board. So
Wow.
carom board is usually four-sided, and I have actually redesigned and revamped the carom board according to my needs at that time. We were six friends, and we wanted to play together, but carom board usually had four sides. So how to play? So I have designed a hexagonal carom board, which has six sides, and six could play together. And I used to define the rules as well, and my friends used to follow the rules. They also used to enjoy with me whatever I used to create, and we used to play together. So that was a beginning of how I designed toys when I didn't know that toys can be designed or there can be a profession which is called as toy designer. So it was just out of interest and out of curiosity, and out of passion. Maybe at that age, tender age, I used to design my own toys. And in this, I would like to mention my maternal grandmother, who has always encouraged me to do craft activities, to design or create something on my own. So she had a quite a big role in what I am today. So she used to encourage me to create maybe chalk sculptures, or maybe some embroidery or something. So that creative inclination was there since my childhood. And when I graduated, I got to know about NID, which is National Institute of Design, and they started the program called as toy design, and that is a post graduation program. So I was the second batch of it. So I have opted for the NIT entrance exam and got through it, and that's how I have enrolled myself into toy design program. And then I have studied toy design for 2.5 years, a specialization in toy design, and it is called as industrial design, though the branch. But yeah, so that's how I got into toy design, and then there is no looking back. I'm pursuing my hobby as a profession.
Very interesting. I didn't know that carom board has a hexagonal carom board. Very interesting. It's a thought itself is very interesting because I am a carom board
Yeah,
lover from my childhood,
thank you.
and that's really interesting. So this NID, let's talk about NID. Whoever is looking through this interview, if they wanted to do a toy design, is it only in any certain locations of India or everywhere you can find this NID?
Uh, yes, right now, toy design program is at Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar. NID is in different location in India, but this
Mhm.
particular program is only in Gandhinagar, near Ahmedabad, 1 hour from Ahmedabad. So yeah, that is in post graduation.
How?
And for
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry.
I was just
Yeah, yeah.
asking, what are the opportunities for the as a toy designer in
There
today's?
are there are a lot of opportunities as a toy designer, because you can work for other companies as a design consultant. You can
Mhm.
work as a game designer in e-games segment, online game segment as well. And you can have your own brand. You can work as a design teacher in school. You can conduct toy design workshops. So if one wants to do things around this toy design, there are many things which one can do, and I am doing maybe a little bit of everything which I wanted to always do. So I'm a design consultant. I work for companies across the globe, across 19 countries, and I had my own collection of toys which I sold online on Flipkart and Snapdeal. Then I take workshops, children workshops, to teach them toy design. I work as a visiting faculty in design schools to teach students about design. And there are many aspects to it. I spread awareness about toy design on television and radio, and this podcast, and through webinars like this talk show. So there are many things a toy designer can do and keep herself or himself engaged, forever. So it is really very exciting and very interesting profession to be in.
Awesome. I think I'm very glad, all the viewers and all those who follow me on Insight with Praveen Puram, this will be a very good, a creative course which they can understand from you, because
Yeah.
today everyone are into, most of them in into IT. So this will enlighten all the parents to know that creating a toy or a toy design is a very creative course where we can do. Thank you so much for bringing that. So when you talk about toy design, Suhasini, what would be the workflow looks
Yeah.
like from ideation to the production, right? What would be the
Yeah.
steps you can think of from your experience?
This is a very nice question, Praveen ji. Definitely, there is a particular process which we learned in design school as a student, and after that, while practicing for last 16 years, some things in the process have been acquired as and
Mhm.
when required. And because when you work as a toy designer in the industry, you learn so much from the industry as well as from the academics also. The process is first of all, it starts with children. We are working for children, so definitely our prime focus is children, and understanding children, doing little bit of research, what children like and what do they follow, and what kind of games they play, and what should they play actually, rather than only what they play, what should be given to them. So these are all learning by observation from them. I generally spend a lot of time with kids, and I observe them, understand their psychology, not only asking by direct questions, but observing them in their playtime, and maybe in their school settings, how do they learn in schools, and how do teacher teach the basic concept of environment, nature, science, mathematics, any other subject in the school. So this is first part is called as research, and after doing research there, then I come back to the drawing board and ideate that whatever toy, for example, I want to make a board game. So I would ideate, for example, I have seen teachers teaching a water cycle game in a school. So I would ideate that how a child should learn water cycle, such a difficult subject at that age, in a playful way. So there are 4 stages of water cycle. All those things, on paper I doodle a bit, and then it is the second stage is detailing of the product. So I have given an example of board game. This process can be followed in any other toy, maybe a wooden toy, maybe any plastic toy, or maybe a soft toy. So then second stage is detailing of the toy. So after detailing and 3D modeling, we do detailing in 3D. So after 3D modeling, we do a mock-up. So
Mhm.
mock-up is where you give that particular product to the child to hold, to check the ergonomics of the product, whether the scale which we have designed is proper or not. So just to understand the first level of the toy checking, you can say.
Mhm.
So that is a static mock-up, we call it as. And then after the after giving it to them and getting the insights from them, if there is a requirement of changes, if changes are required, then we do changes. Otherwise that goes for engineering design. In terms of plastic toys, engineering design is required. So after doing engineering design, then we go for prototype.
Okay.
Prototype is a working model of that particular toy. So where you check the fitments of the toy, you check the workability of the toy, you check the color, material, and finish of the toy, whether that before going into production, it is always better to do the prototype of a toy to understand whether we have designed it correctly, whether people are liking it. Then we invest in production, then it goes for production. And then while it goes for production, parallelly we do the packaging design, which is very important factor of any toy, to do the packaging, to make
Yeah.
it a safe portable thing, or to convey people what the toy about, what the toy is about, to communicate about the toy. So that is communication design part. So that is also very important. And along with packaging, instruction manual is also designed, how
Yes.
to play with the toy. In terms of board games, the detailed play sheet is given, where how to play exactly, how to follow the rules. So that is also a very important part of it. Then in entirety, when the production is over, the toy is ready for the sale, and it goes in the retail stores or maybe online stores. So this is the entire process in short.
Very well said. Very well said. I think I find this very similar to any of the life cycle of a IT project or any of the project where we do.
Okay,
And do we have
interesting.
government approvals for the toys, for every toys?
Yeah, in India we have BIS certification,
Hmm.
and when we want to export toys from India, then if we are doing it for Europe, then we have to have EN71. For US, we have ASTM. So all the certifications we have to follow, and actually, in the past 16 years of practice, I actually now I know how what the certification is. While designing the toy, only we keep in mind all those parameters. You
Hmm.
know what toy will pass the test, and what is safe for kids in terms of materials, in terms of the form of the toy, the ergonomics of the toy, the fitments of the toy. So that all has been taken into consideration while designing itself. And then after manufacturing, the first lot goes for BIS certification, and
Hmm.
after it passed the test, it can go in the market.
Excellent. I think you have defined it very well.
Thank
Absolutely. I
you.
think it makes the process very easy for everyone to understand what is ideation and production takes. Okay. Typically, how long will be the cycle? Can we define in an average cycle, like 3 to 6 months?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. The ideation and the detailing virtual mockup takes 4 weeks. After that, prototyping and mockup another 15 days. And after it goes for production, if it is a plastic toy, then it takes around 3 months to make a mold. If it's a wooden toy, it can directly go for production, and within 1 month or 15 days. It depends on the manufacturer or your OEM vendor whether the availability is there or not. Then in terms of plastic, in terms of wooden toys and plush toys, it can directly go for production after the prototyping. But in terms of plastic toys, we have to wait for molds to make. It takes almost 3 months. So in general, 4 months is a good enough time. 4 months and 5 months, 4 to 5 months is a good enough time to bring toys on table.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for the detailed. I think it's 3 to 4 months is like a movie making, right? When you make the movie and you release, then you'll be very excited how the marketing is going on. So
Yes.
during this pandemic, Suhasini,
Yeah.
so you see all the kids are in front of the screens, no matter what, whether they are in
Yeah.
school, they are college, or they are in office or everywhere, everyone is in front of the screens. So
Yes.
do you think there is any impact in the future generation to think more on the creativity?
See, although those, I mean, students or most almost students are on the screen because they are doing schooling online these days.
Yeah.
Apart from that, the school is also giving them opportunity to do arts and crafts and creative things also they are doing. So apart from screens, they are definitely doing some creative things, and they are attending online workshops, online classes. There are so many online classes and on arts and craft and other activities for children apart from studies. And at home also, I think they are doing a bit. But definitely pandemic has a bigger role to play in this, that they can't go out and play and explore with nature and explore with other friends, the natural material around them, making something out of it, or playing outside. So that is definitely missing. But we are hoping, to have those days back, and better days are ahead. So, but whatever is in the given situation, I think children are doing best of the whatever is given to them, and they are really quick learners, I would say. Very quick learners. They have adapted it so well.
Absolutely. I think they have all adapted to the technology. Now, let me ask
Yes.
these questions to you. Since you were in so long in this industry, the toys created a decade ago, a toys created now. So there is huge difference, right? So what is your
Yep.
thought? Is it tough for you to create these days from
Uh,
if you compare to a decade ago?
I wouldn't say it is tough. I would say it is a very learning, very much a learning curve for me to
Mhm.
understand the context right now, because every decade has a different context altogether. When we were kids, the toys were different. Then every decade, toy changes, or any other product or utility or expectation from the product, or the usability changes, the behavior of people changes. So there are social economical structures changes. So all these things boils down to one particular toy. That toy is also changing, but one fact remains the same, is that children are learning out of toy. Children are making a lot of good time playing with the toy, and they are having a fantastic you know uh, what you call as a learning time or play time with the toy today. It's today as well, and 10 years back as well. But definitely 10 years back the context was different, so there were little different toys in terms of material. Nowadays in India, there are plethora of wooden toys manufactured in India. But earlier, 10 years back, there were more of a paper-based product, or plush toys were prevalent and plastic toys were prevalent. But now, people are moving towards sustainability aspect of toys, and longevity of the toy, eco-friendliness of the toy. Apart from safety issues are always there, but that sustainability factor is a change in this decade than the last decade, I would say, in our country like India.
I agree with you because even though the decades are changing, the context is changing. And I would say the learning remains the same. The learning is
Yeah,
improving every day to day. The kid life
yeah,
cycle is only on the games, only on the
yeah,
toys, right? So
yeah,
their learning is all about toys, their entertainment is all about toys. Because we see in India too now, I thought only in US the toy is the world of the kid, but I see now in India too, no one goes out and everything is toys and screens. So absolutely, I think more and more we want you to design, Suhasini. Definitely,
thank
that
you.
will be the inspiration for the kids. So, what are some of the misconceptions you think about this ties designing and tie as a tie designer?
As a toy designer, as I have previously mentioned, also people would think that I would design only teddy bear. Toy means a teddy bear, but
Hmm.
toy doesn't mean a teddy bear only. That in the course of our discussions, as I have explained, also various types of toys, and there is a definite process. There is a definite design process we follow in designing a toy. So this is a misconception that I mean, a toy is just plaything. So there must be so much fun into it only designing a toy. You play and you get a toy idea. That is a misconception. Uh, if you want to get an idea, you have to go in depth so much and learn about children a lot. Not only about the children, but about the manufacturer and manufacturability of that toy as well. So there are so many aspects to the toy that you have to balance while designing. So generally, we can't expect people to understand all these intricacies because they are not aware of it. So definitely, they don't know about it. But these are the misconceptions which they have, and I try my best to explain this process and explain about the toys and what goes into making toys, and try to spread awareness through TV programs and through different medias, maybe writing articles in newspaper. So yeah, I am trying my bit to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I think you should continue to do, Suhasini.
Yes.
When you said about this misconception, there are so many learnings, right? When you talk
Yeah.
about learning as a toy designer, day to day, the software, the IoT, evolving every day. How do you keep up things? Because as a designer, you need to go with the flow, right? What
Yep.
the trends are going in the market, how the technology
Yeah.
is improving, how we need to align to the time. So, what is your learning curve? How do you keep up things?
Yeah, so usually what we do is, as a studio, we co-create and we collaborated with technology inventors and those who create technologies and PCBs and IoT. There are a lot of companies who develop IoT technologies. So we tie up with them because we are designers and we are not technologists. So that's how we have to tie up with techno entrepreneurs, and as a team we work, their technology and our ideas, we mix them and create a toy out of it. So it is a teamwork, always for for any technology based toy. So yeah.
So yeah, I would say it is very evident that we have to engage with the technologist and adopt some
Yes.
technologies and think
Yeah.
creative ways to design. Absolutely, you
Yes.
are absolutely right. So, what are your proud moments during this tie design? Definitely, people want to know about the Kinder Joy, and why don't you throw some light on proud moments during your journey?
Thank you for asking me that. That is my favorite question, actually. So there are many. I would begin it with when I was a student at NID and I was pursuing toy design. That
Mhm.
time I have been awarded by Honorable Shri Narendra Modi ji as a design entrepreneur award he has given me for designing an innovative product. So at that time, as a student and who is about to go in the industry in few months, it was a very encouraging moment for me, and it was a boost for me that my designs can win an award. And it has really given me definitely encouragement to do better in life. So that was a very proud moment for me. And when I was doing my industrial training with a very well-known board game design company, Frank in India, so I have designed four board games, and all of those four board games were launched not only in India, but they were first got launched in Hong Kong Toy Fair and Nuremberg, Germany Toy Fair. So that was a very big encouragement for me and proud moment for me, because I just began my journey as a toy designer, and in my first go only, my toys have been launched internationally. So that was again a very proud moment for me. After that, I always dreamt of designing for Disney. So that opportunity also came in to design for Disney, and then Kinder Joy happened, and one of the manufacturers in India have given me opportunity to design his entire range of board games and puzzles. I have designed around 100 of them, and we went together to Germany Toy Fair, and he has given me name on each and every product. He has given my name, and from there, the journey started, and it was an avalanche effect. From there, I got invitation to go to China and spend some time in China in Happy Toy Factory, where I learned about bamboo toys and wooden toys and EN71 European standards, American standards, safety standards. So that was a very much, a big learning for me how international toy market works and how to design internationally for international clients. So since then, there is no looking back. I have been designing for so many, companies around the globe. So that was another proud moment for a Indian designer. Apart from that, they give my name and credit to a designer, and as an Indian designer, it is a really a very proud moment, to be design for international client as well as get credit for it. So design in India for the world, so I'm very happy about it. So I would like to pursue it forever. So yeah, and trying my bit.
Very proud to hear all this, Suhasini, because not only designing, you have an honor from our Prime Minister, nationally, worldwide, you are recognized. And if I definitely Kinderjoy is absolutely that is the one which every kid would love to see. I was just talking to my kid about that, and you were saying, "Really, you're talking to her?" That was the experience. So
So
she
nice.
Kinderjoy every week she gets from me. So absolutely, I
Okay.
think uh, we want to hear more from you and more awards. You have to win. And we saw your TEDx speech too. That was wonderful. Absolutely,
Thank you.
that is an
Thank you.
inspirational to everyone. The main aim and goal of bringing you on this is I want to showcase everyone that the toy designing is also a course where you can explore, exploit, and you can also get a good name and good opportunities in your career too. So
Yes.
absolutely, I think in the interest of time, I would love to ask the last question more about on the workshop. So what are the workshops you conduct? How do you engage with the kids? Is it a you do a virtual workshop or it's a on-site workshop. So tell us more about your workshop journey.
Yeah, sure. This is a both online because of the pandemic. It is going virtual because we can't gather too many people together at one point of time. So now it's virtual, but it has always been on-site workshops where a lot of more than 100 people used to participate. Not only kids but design students also and adults also participated in my workshop. It is a very I mean, interesting workshop where I nudge people to design their own toy.
Wow.
So from starting beginning, there is a blank sheet of paper, and they have to imagine a character or whatever their favorite character or what do they want to see in their toy. So I ask them to draw. So
Mm,
after drawing the character, I help them to translate that 2D character into a 3D toy in one
mhm,
and a half hours time. So it is the usually this is in textile. The medium is textile where you use any cloth which is at home. Because of the pandemic we cannot take so much of material and go to market. So whatever is available, we can upcycle the old t-shirts, old pillow covers, or whatever is available at our home, we can design toy out of it. So this is a little bit of the workshop where they make their own toy. Yeah.
absolutely. I think it is very, very excited. And I'm also very curious to host a toy workshop for US. And
Definitely.
I'll definitely
Definitely.
I'll definitely create a platform for that. So I'll be very
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So
Thank
what,
you.
tell me about your current business and what are you doing exactly so that, in the interest of time that we will close this call. So tell us more about your, what you do today as a current business.
Okay, actually, me and my husband, Paul Sandeep, he is an international award-winning designer, and
Mhm.
also he's from NID. We both run a design agency called as Paul Studio. It's a multidisciplinary studio where we do not only design toys, but we design industrial products, we design packaging, we design graphics, we do uh, uh, 3D visualizations, we do different animated videos. So it is completely multidisciplinary, one-stop solution for people, those who want to develop their product from scratch till the market. So it is a very interesting thing that we do at Paul Studio. Toy design is one of the aspect of it which I handle as a toy designer, but majorly the rest of the things have been handled by my husband. And we have won more than 34 national and international awards. I would be happy to share with you that. And yeah, we are based out of two cities in India, Noida and Pune. And yeah, and we work for clients across the globe, more than 19 countries.
Good luck, Suhasini, and glad to know that there is another designer in the another angle in your house. So absolutely, you are a designer family, I would say. So
Yes.
I think for my viewers, definitely, I like to again reiterate that if anyone is into a toy designing, they are passionate about toy designing, or they wanted to host some toys, so Suhasini is here to help us. And because of her vast experience, it will be very easy to connect the dots, and then you can take it to production. So with that,
Surely.
Suhasini, again, thank you so much for your time. Before we close, what are your final comments to all the viewers, all the kids about the toy designing?
Oh my God. See, toy gives you happiness. So I think that everybody should play with toy, whether it's a kid or an adult, and try making your own toy. It gives more happiness than buying one. So I think attend my workshop. I'll teach you how to make toys, and
Definitely.
definitely I would say that thank you so much for giving your time and listening to me, and thank you so much for inviting me here. I really enjoyed this talk, and definitely looking forward to more in the future, and maybe the workshop as you mentioned. So
Absolutely, Suhasini.
yeah,
Thank you so much for your time, and we will meet in our workshop soon. And
yeah,
good luck for you and Sandeep, and we will be in
thank you,
touch. Thank you. Have a
thank
great
you,
evening.
thank
Bye.
you, thank you. Bye.